Hey guys, it's XBait Mojo, and today we're watching Twitch TV Cloud V2, who is currently the rank 1 Kassadin on the 1 Tricks GG. He's currently Grandmaster as the only Grandmaster as Kassadin in general, and the only one on the West server. Aledos was also Grandmaster, but it just a little bit few LP difference between the players. But anyway, he's gonna be playing against the Yoni. We will watch what he does. The runes are on his screen, much appreciated. And yeah, let's see what he does that actually make him Grandmaster. This guy, when I think about First Strike, this guy comes to my mind. I don't know why, but every time I checked some Kassadin, this guy was forever playing First Strike. So like Cloud V2 makes my mind like kind of First Strike, you know? If someone says First Strike, then I think about this guy. So anyways, let's see how this guy actually plays. Yoni matchup, he went for a Electrocute burst damage with tracking the wards and Axiom Arcanist Gathering Storm. I played that setup also. He's thinking if he would start E or Q. He decided to go with the Q because the Yoni started to push. If the Yoni wouldn't be pushing, he would be starting the E. He's trying to sidestep the Q, and that is interesting because he didn't want to trade a 20 gold minion for a 1 Q of the Yoni. So let's keep on paying attention. I don't know what's gonna be the result of that game, okay? Just so you know, I have zero clue. I just picked the first game from his POV that he streamed yesterday. But here, he's saving the health a lot. Small miss, but that's fine. This minion cannot be actually obtained. He tried to pull to be able to secure that minion, but he couldn't. Now he will need to sidestep the Qs of the Yoni, which he tries to do. That's how you should play that. You wanna try to move left, right. When you approach, you wanna visualize the body language of the person to actually see if that's possible or not. Okay, W mana. Keep on farming. He's not gonna be trading much with the Yoni. He's just going to get as much resources as possible without losing much health to maintain the lane, and then to have like a probably blasting went first base. Yo, here this pull was look kinda weird because he was losing -8 health. Same mindset all the time. We just wanna get the minion. The E wasn't to poke the Yoni, the E was to secure the minion, which doesn't go his way so far. Uses one potion to make sure that he won't get tapped by the Yoni any soon. He can use 2 potions because he doesn't have Doran Shield or he doesn't have the second wind, so it does not matter. Auto W, Lee Sin is ganking early, which Kassadin, I would believe so, didn't even want that gank that much, because that often makes it harder for us when someone ganks on us, which we can get often killed or some best case scenario might occur, right? So I'm not a fan of getting ganked early. Here it was human gank. Wave is good to out of 2 wards on the Cloud V2, but the ward is already put by the Lee Sin on the center, so he doesn't have to put that ward. I know my APM Slim Shady in talking is pretty quick, but I just felt like doing something productive, so here we are just doing spontaneous commentary. I have also a video of Terror playing Kassadin versus Twisted Fate, which I didn't upload yet. It's funny, like you can check the ladder and rank 1 Kassadin is like fluctuating, it's just like flowing all the time. Actually, like it's don't even know how to say it in English, but okay, wave is pretty good. He had to reset. He left the wave on a decent standing so he could base without the problem. The Yoni have no flash, which ends up a kill. We have flash on Kassadin. Flash. He lost a cannon. That's a X-Blade Mojo moment. And that's gonna be B, or are you gonna be getting played? You don't have much gold, you have a bit of sustain, so we actually stay. We stay because we have enough health, we have enough mana, we don't have much resource, we don't have anything to get in the base. So we're just getting that one plate, investing the gold into ourselves. The base that he did previously, please pay attention, it was important base because he left the wave in a comfortable standing, then he reset it, then he TP'd back, was all good. Okay, wave is pushing into him because he crashed. Did he ward? He did ward the center, which is good, important, but okay, that was a plant. Okay, prepare the minions. You don't wanna fight the Yoni. You still wanna farm till the 6. Then we might be considering making some trades. Yoni matchup is possible to kill with Malignance. If he goes Malignance, I wonder if he will go Roa, because Yoni against Rod of Ages Kassadin usually does better because he can melt through his health. Yoni Roam Timer, will he ping? I see Cloud V2 is a man of culture. He's left clicking on the map, same as me, instead of doing F keys like Faker. Glad to see you don't have to do it. Many people do it. Recall, you won't make it in time to shove next, so you just wanna play it safe. You reset on a handshake wave connected on the equal spot, so you're making sure to sneak a quick reset to get additional resources, then you're back and be able to receive the wave. Yon needs to push it. Wave is pushing because opponents have a higher level than the opposite team overall, so the minions got buffed to the damage, and that causes them to push into the side of our team. He had to Rift Talk because he wanted the cannon. He might be dancing a bit. Was greeting the flash. Electrocute was already procced. He wanted the cannon, that's why he Rift Walk, but then he wanted to greet the flash basically. Darkseal just gave him 8 ability power, because 2 stacks equals 8 ability power. Remember guys, I'm also hosting the Rift School. It's a private educational community on Discord with 1 hour group coaching a week. You can check the link in description. He will stay 1 more because Yoni won't make it in time to come back to the lane, so he's getting for 1 more wave. Pay attention how he wave clears, pay attention how he deals with the wave. Those small details do matter for you guys, because many of you don't know how to wave clear properly your waves. This will be pretty good pull. They might freeze on him depending on their goal. Lost chapter on the Kassadin, and I like the way he plays that matchup, because some people think they need second win D-Shield to play Yoni matchup. No, you don't, because it's mainly about the Q and tornadoes. To not pick them up. Then you can greet the Darkseal, you can greet the lack of success at second win, right? Okay, Cloud, show us what will happen this game. And as I'm saying, he just coincidence I'm analyzing this today, because I wanted to create some video for today, and he just streamed yesterday, calling the stream name rare 30 minutes yearly stream. So I was like, okay, let's go for it. He did get a wave. He's paying attention, covering a little bit, but he doesn't want to overforce himself into the bad place also. So he's encouraging the team to fall back, to not do it, to not overdo it, because he knows he's not that weak, he's not that strong yet. So they will need to give the grabs, and your teammates on the Platinum Elo will just tell you, yeah, Kassadin, nice bro. Yeah, fucking FF and stuff. We give everything, I guess, and so on. Every Kassadin player heard that in his life like multiple times. Keep farming for now. Malignance is where you pick a lot. Well, I mean, what I pick. Malignance is where you're gonna be having some actually burst damage. Yoni would need to fuck up to be able to kill him. Generally, it is possible. He doesn't have sustain yet from what I'm seeing. So we do EQ trade when he doesn't have tornado. You Rift Walk, gap close into EQ poke. Of course, Mage T is also making good pressure, him making cover, so it is easier. Yoni not going Vampiric Scepter makes it easier for the Cloud V2 to actually play the lane more aggro, to play more for the poke, because he won't be out healing him. Putting the ward and stays to cheese the Yoni possibly. Yoni actually is not so stupid. He goes for the trade because Yoni is without the tornado stack, so he can trade without the Yoni being on tornado stack. And he's also on the Lost Chapter, which gives him additional CDR. He has proper runes to play that game. Bottom lane, force something. They won't most likely be looking for a play because there are 3 people around them. So we just keep it chill, we wait, and we'll see how that escalates. Yoni without tornado, we can EQ him, but Yoni is on the red buff, which gives him the regen right now. Regen out of combat, plus 10, like a potion almost, on the red buff. So he might be... He can be looking to trade, because if he keeps him low, he can be escalating into getting a kill. Every time you wanna have tornado, you need to reactivate your ult. If you can't react, please work on your reaction time, because that is just must-have. Okay? Many people I'm coaching, actually, they do struggle with mechanics, with laning awareness, with thinking from opponent perspective. That's why they cannot climb, because they struggle in the first base of the Kassadin gameplay. they cannot scale efficiently because they get bullied too much. So what is Cloud V2 showing you exactly right now is that you need to be comfy in the matchup, you need to expect, and then it doesn't seem that scary. You see, he sees, okay, I might need to give the cannon, he gives the cannon, all good. He actually got popped here, and he know, because there was no tornado, he would finish the trade more. Yoni still on the red buff additional regen. The question if he has Vampiric Scepter or Blade, because if he does, then the trade wasn't that beneficial for him, unless he can kill him on that wave. Because if you only have too much sustain now, then the trade doesn't really benefit him. He has Vampiric Scepter, because I can tell by the... No, he doesn't have. But he still regens pretty good. Okay, we need to reset. We have Malignance almost 100 gold, so he would like to stay with TP up till that Malignance, and then he will be basing. So I had the call. So he did overstay for one wave, right? Let's see that. Because he wanted the Malignance. So he could have reset it on a handshake wave, gotten smaller base, and then restart the gameplay. Then he could recall. Then he could recall second time, and he would have that Malignance. But he just wanted that wave. He didn't expect the Fog of War. He gets killed. That's the moment when we can say unlucky. But if we wanna be bastard and talk from the educational perspective, yes, it was okay that he would reset quickly. Handshake there. Like, he can handshake this now. Reset quick, blasting went, come back by foot, then do one more reset and you have TP up anyway, but this time with Malignance ready in case you need something to play for. He just didn't expect that happens to everyone, it's all good, yeah? Everyone makes mistakes, everyone is human, which you need to remember. Even rank 1 Kassadin, Grandmaster Kassadin, Challenger Kassadin, they will make mistakes. But it's about how often they do it and how consistent they are, and their fervor. No, that's the wrong word, but like, you know, the difference between bronze and the, let's say, Grandmaster Kassadin would be the Grandmaster Kassadin can match the pace of the other players on the 300%, while the Emerald Kassadin can play 50% of the standard pace. But the Grandmaster Kassadin can be capable to play on 300% pace, if you know what I mean, kinda retrospective. We do TP because we have good map awareness from the Cloud V2. He sees opportunity, he gets a huge gold. Dark Seal, another 8 ability power. Goldsmith, he will be losing one wave, but it's okay for the price of the gold he gotten. It went really good. If you can stop the Yoni reset, that would be good. Because then he can't get the better itemization, of course. Clearing some wards. We stay still on the yellow. He will change to Oracle Lens later on this game, I believe so. So there is some fight that he checks, but he would like to just crash and base, I assume. But we will see depending on what his team does. Because it can be rather base Sorcerer Shoes or it can be rather sandwich the opponents. The sandwich looks turbo good actually here. Which seems like this is gonna be fine if Sion joins also. Flash to finish the target because your time is limited, and because your time is limited you need to do quick play because Yoni is already on the way. The time is limited, you need to pay attention. How much time you got? So actually that escalates into the bad play. They didn't consider Lilia being that close. Sion was just chilling bot lane and that ends up a bad play. So that could be reset, but they went with that way and that's the result they gotten. 3-1. Four stacks on the Dark Seal, which is cool. That's a tempo reset. He's not gonna overstay for one more wave because he cares about his pace in the game. He needs to get the itemization. Then he's gonna come back to be laning again. Lost chapter over the sorcerers because he's relatively close to the seraphs. And if already 1.2k gold, then Lost Chapter, those make sense. Also, the benefit of the Lost Chapter is better wave clear because if you go Sorcerers, by going Sorcerers, your damage doesn't increase against the minions, it only increases against the camps in the jungle, because camps in the jungle, they have magic resist, the minions doesn't have magic resist, so Sorcerer Shoes give you nothing against the minions. Okay. They are pretty even, depending on how Kassadin would play. If Yoni fucks up with some tornadoes or egos, that is clearly possible to play that through Yoni. No alt. Sadly, if I was him, I would think like, yeah, I could have gotten that kill if he gave me. But good. So that gives the Cloud V2 20 seconds right now to elevate the side in pressure and then to consider either hitting the turret or rather doing the cross map on the mid lane. But that's gonna be just hitting the turret, what it seems, because he's too far. His top is losing. There is no point. So they will more play for him than play for the top side right now. Yoni might be coming. Is he gonna stack the Rift Box? Okay, he just wants the wave. Seems like he can carry the game, to be honest. By looking on the enemy picks, Yoni, Yunara, Lulu, pretty possible to actually make some value. Lilia Renekton a bit more annoying because bulky. Okay, gotten Seraphs considering control ward, but in the end doesn't go control ward. Okay, that looks like a free kill on Renekton. That looks like a free kill on the Lilia. It was a really important concept that he did just right now. He rift walked the moment he was about to get sleepy. So he could kinda cancel the CC during the rift walk. It wasn't a cancel, but it was like he could still make a value while sleeping because rift walk will cast through anything that is applied on you, that is pressed on you. Good rotation by him, good awareness. Good consistency, laning phase, good awareness around the map. Clearly visible the guy is comfortable with his champion. He knows what's going on. He plays like programmed. Which my students would say, he makes this game seem so easy. You know? And then they go into their games and they struggle. That's how they often say it to me. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit of help of the dragon into the wave. Level 12, 8 stacks, 8 ability power Gathering Storm, 9 stacks on the Dark Seal. Gonna be going for the Steel Cups this game because enemy have a lot of AD damage. Pick up the flowers, Broski. Magi Angle possible after the Steel Cups, but he will probably go Zonia also, which is most common build on Malignance. He still got time before the Renekton pushes, so he's like hovering between both, just in case if there would be some opportunity on the map. Then he sees nothing. He comes back to play bot side. There are 2 people bot, so he doesn't contest Renekton. They decide to... I thought Sion is tipping bot. He wants actually to be furthest away from the Yoni and the Renekton right now, getting resources and splitting. And he would prefer, I guess, to match that Yoni. But yeah, he did some pressure TP-wise because the enemies were kind of were on the different positions. Now Yoni had to catch the top wave. So this is actually... Rift Walk didn't land on the Yunara. That's why it looked fucked up. Maybe you survive, Lulu will finish you, but support mains are allergic to auto attacks. Was cool play. It's 2-4. Sadly he died, but it's still 2-4-4. The TP that he did on the top side looked pretty advanced because that made the Yoni forced to receive the wave and that give him the difference on the mid lane to play for. Melt King. Yeah. I will do the same with that scroll. Yeah, Mage the Sigma boy. What's going on? Will he beat him? Bard mains are so annoying, by the way. He actually got melted. Didn't... I wonder, will he go top wave or if he actually looks Yunara? He's considering. He actually wants to stay mid now. Atakan is up. Him being mid lane is closer to Atakan also. Him being mid lane gives him a bit more of the possibilities. EQ into Riftwalk to threaten from killing the Swain. Atakan must be given, guys. Atakan must be given in the case scenario then. Or they would fight it. Lee Sin decides that he will play for topside knowing that they give and... Yeah, you see, this is cool about the silo, that those people know the attack and we give, and we just play for the top side now. Some people will be like, yeah, fucking attack on, what you doing, and everyone will side, suicide, and everyone would lose the game. Is it large shot or is it sorcerers? Large shot, Zonya faster, okay. The good thing about this rune page is that he gets the infinite scaling still, along with the Axiom Arcanist. Level 13. And what I like about this gameplay just right now is that he... As I thought, the problem is Renekton healing, but he knows his Archangel up and so on. He didn't panic, he clearly knows his damage, what they can do to him. What I like about his gameplay is clear awareness of the surroundings, which is a must-have to play well the side lane. Which is a must-have. For you to carry on the mid to late game, the awareness that he represents you is one of the key points that sooner or later you need to master. Looks to for Yoni, but he has Zonya, so now he can play more aggro. Yunara Lulu looks like crazy. What should do here, bro? Okay. Looks to flank. Gets a peek. A lot of gold. Mana is 38 per second. Finds the Yunara from the side. One more Rift Token we get it. Didn't panic with the Zonya. Good. Now Yoni. Expected the ult. Okay. Fine. He got pretty good cross from the mid. He wasn't straight forward into the fight. He was more from the side. That makes the fight easier. Now the question is, are you gonna go Magi? Are you gonna go large rod or sorcerers? I would go Magi. I would go Magi. At this point you seem a lot in control. Game is going on your favor. Yes, it is risky perhaps. But you seem to be doing fine. You seem to be having pretty good picks on them because they can't really do much against you when you pick them. He went with more kinda consistent value on the large shot and faster Abaddon. But I highly believe so the Magi was perfect here. In my opinion. In my opinion, I say emo. But when I say that, it's wrong said in English, so people were thinking I'm saying emo, like emo girl. Some student told me that like 2 years ago. But I meant like IMO, you know, but I was saying emo. Pick up the red buff, you are the carry. Looks to find some picks, stays between the top and the mid to find some possibilities, doesn't stay AFK topside, so you see he's generating the seed like in Minecraft. Yunara, he wanted to jump for a moment, but then he saw the Yunara was a bit of normal damage, so he called it a day. He will need to base, then he will go top and receive the wave of TP up. If they won't risk, everything is in control. Question is if you go Sorcerer's Shoes now, or what you gonna do. You probably will, or no. You didn't click it. He didn't realize he didn't click it, or he didn't click it. He rather didn't realize, or he rather didn't click. Seeing what's going on constantly, but at the same time wanting to receive the wave. Sees the chance, goes for it. Yoni TPs also Yunara on the back. And looks like perfect. This doesn't. Lulu tapped by him. Good follow Lee Sin. This is one fight, 100%. W into R good. Every fight this guy did, okay, in this game was rather from the side, from behind, from a flank, while at the same time seeing like between, generating kind of. Sometimes he was just standing between river, top and mid, or bot and mid, to see some chance to cross someone. He's just aware of the surroundings completely. He seems extremely comfortable as well. This might be fucked, right? I just know how painful that would be. That was my reaction. Okay. I believe he wanted that sorcerer shoes. He just didn't realize he didn't click them. He doesn't have slots either now. He doesn't have slots, guys. What you gonna do? You don't have slots. What is item queue? What the fuck? I never pressed that button in my life. Thanks. I didn't know. But yeah, bro, like, go for that Magi next time. You are fine. You had Zonia back then also. Wake. He was waiting for a hitbox, but he didn't get a hitbox, so in the end he went in anyway. This Lilia is monster, bro. Sion should learn not to touch what's not for him. Okay, level 16, a little bit more till Rabadons. I forgot I had T, what the fuck. Oh, yeah. So sour. Okay, we have Rabadon. 2-2, right? 2-3. So we stay a bit more for the Rabadons. We don't wanna contest Yoni, it's too risky. Never lucky, brother. But okay. Okay, we good to carry the game. 30 seconds till Dragon perfectly ready. Gathering Storm in 2 minutes. It's 3 minutes. Gonna look for the cross. Most likely he won't be going straight forward. He will go through the jungle, but we will see. He just tries to find a way where we can when he can approach. Do they give? But isn't it given dragon? How many dragons they got? So you're the Wincon. So that's free. That they will FF now. Opponents will FF. The morals will go insanely hard down and they will surrender after this play because that's a Nashor into Dragon. And Yunara now realized she can't really carry because Kassadin just one tapped her, so I think that's just FF by opponents. So we will see, but guys, let me know how do you like this guy gameplay. Clean. To be honest, clean. Never seen a single game with them. I'm usually a person that never watches anything unless I'm recording a YouTube, so it's cool for me to see, but the guy is on point. The guy is on point. Doesn't force shit. Stacked Rift Walk to 640. Needs to dodge this guy. Landed the Rift. One more Rift. He cleared the wave actually. Or there wasn't wave. They were kinda greedy, I'm not gonna lie, because they could just do Nashor. But they were kinda greedy. And I wonder what dragon was that? Was that third dragon or? Because if it was third dragon, maybe he wanted to trade it for Renekton. He really doesn't like that Magi, bro. He doesn't like that Magi at all. But if you do Magi, 25 stacks, then you can sell the shoes and go Void stuff. So you have one more slot. Because now you don't have voice stuff and you need to sell the Dark Seal, but by then you would have 25 stacks Magi. So if you sell the shoes, you get additional MS from the Magi, so you can get the voice stuff. That's at least how I do. Okay, this looks like just boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. You know this song or no? This is just one. So let me guys know, what do you think about his gameplay? Clean game represented by Cloud V2. Took us 30 minutes to analyze. And yeah, if you want, you can drop him a follow on the Twitch TV. Cloud V2. Literally Cloud V2. That's his Twitch TV. And if you like the content, the commentary, the educational explanations, feel free to subscribe. If you're looking for a coach, you know where to find me. All links are in the description. Thank you. Good luck in your climb, and wish you to be like Cloud V2.
I want to take a second to recommend working with Exploit Mojo, who's been a terrific coach.
I've worked with a lot of coaches over the years. Exploit is far and away one of the best.
Thanks for teaching me so much, Roy.